3, 2, 1, go. I will change the scene in the stream so everyone can see it. There it is. Hello everyone, and welcome to round 2 in the Ayre Age League Season 1. The map is Arena, the players are ACCM and Capoch, and in commentary for you today, we have Deagle. Take it away.
Hello, stream. Hello, Jason. And I'm happy to be here. So, as you said, we have ACCM in the red and Capoch in the green as the Persians for Capoch, which I find quite interesting on Arena, but we'll see what he has planned. And then there's the Vietnamese with their eco bonus of needing no food for their eco upgrades. I think it's a pretty good booming strat actually. But let's first look at the maps. So looking at ACCM, we see on the left top side that he's not walled to the wood. That could be vulnerable, but easily wallable with only 3 tiles to wall. And the resources in front, there's a stone, there's a second gold, and outside the walls there's even one more gold and one more stone. That could be hurting later if he doesn't take place there with a castle or at least some TTs. In the back he has his gold, his main gold, and only very small wood lines to the top left and to the right. So he will have to walk pretty far to have a decent wood line actually. As we see his villagers going forward to place the lumber camp. That's pretty long distance. Let's look at the Capoch now. So for him, it's forward gold, his main gold on the left side, and another forward gold on the right side, inside his map. And outside there's a third gold, so it's all golds forward. If FCCM decides to go for a early push, maybe this will be the places he wants to hit, but he won't be able to see them, I think. And then looking at the stones, one is outside the walls, as always, and the other one is so far back, it's more safe than anything else. So if hard comes to harsh, he can just go through the stone and build a castle somewhere in the space to try and secure himself. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the relic positions. Because looking at the minimap, I can see
Seems like Deagle may have lost connection there in Discord. I'll wait for him to come back and I'll just take over temporarily. He was talking about the relic positions. They are very close to Capoch's base. You can see all 4 of these relics here. Probably already scouted. I'm not going to... I'll check very briefly. Yeah, he can see that there's all 4 of these relics right next to him. The other one's very far out, definitely in his favour. Deagle, are you back?
I wanted to ask that now. Am I back?
I think so. Alright.
Can you hear me?
I can.
But that was weird. I don't know what happened there.
Neither.
But you talked about the relics now. That's good.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. So now let's go look at their bases. They did get their boars in, I think. Both of them. Capoch luring all his deer. ACCM seems to have done the same. Yes. And then I guess we don't need to watch too much of the Dark Age anymore because nothing much will be happening. This will probably go into the fast castle, the usual strategies. So, can I ask you to fast forward to like 15 minutes? Okay, then let's do that. On the fastest, okay. True. We have in barracks from ACCM and Capoch right now. But let's see if they are Capoch, ACCM going for the stable and ACCM doing the same. So both going to scout play together with their monks probably to get the relics. Let's see how this plays out. This may all come down to the micro from the scouts in the end. Let's see if Capoch, after all these years of not playing, can hold up to ACCM. And as we see, 3 scouts. Wait, are we in tune actually? Oh, I need to pause for a second. And both have their scouts on the line, on the field, and trying to engage there favorably for ACCM, but trying to run away is Capoch. Okay, now I'm in tune. ACCM having their advantage right now with 4 scouts against 3. His Capoch is doing one more, but now he takes a few hits. He's probably going back into his base to heal up. Trying to lure ACCM scouts into his base. But as it seems, ACCM will always have the scout advantage right now, if he doesn't stop producing. Wait, as he's doing the light cap upgrade, actually. Engaging here, oh, this could be bad for Capoch. Well, it didn't go as bad as I thought. Now with the camel coming in from Capoch, he's carrying the light cap away. He has 2 monks. He might just be able to grab the first 2 relics. I say that while I missed the point that ACCM already has 1 relic back to his base. He's right now getting it. But there goes a monk from Capoch down on the field. Now are we in sync? Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. So, wait, I don't, why is my stream? Well, for me right now, I can see ACCM getting a relic from in front of Capoch's base and taking it back to his base, while Capoch got only 1 relic, and ACCM is getting his second one right now. Also to mention is that Capoch is securing the relic on the top corner with his scout, so that not a single monk will just go there and get it. While the scouts from ACCM got lured into Capoch's base and were kind of decimated. But camping there with his monk, he's saving his last cavalry there. It's kind of funny to see. But here comes the conversion. So I'm gonna take a look at the village account and the booming eco right now for a second, because it's important to note that ACCM has 3 town centers. One of them is on stone, so he may go for a castle soon. He has a pretty good farming eco at the moment. I'm wondering why his TC to the right wasn't built to more into his outside base outline. So Capoch also has 3 TCs. His eco looks fairly good as well, as Persians with the faster building town centers. He may have the advantage of 62 against 57 villagers at the moment. Not the biggest advantage, but an advantage nonetheless. And all this time while I was talking away, none of the other relics were taken actually. So ACCM still has 2, and Capoch still has 1, and is for whatever reason not taking the last one in front of his base. Okay, now here he comes with yet another monk to take the last few steps. No! Oh my god. This is ridiculous. What's happening here? But all this action on the field actually made ACCM lose the villager, not lose the villagers, but he isn't as close to Capoch anymore. So Capoch has more of an eco advantage right now, and he's making a forced TC actually on his forward gold, as he probably recognizes that it's pretty vulnerable. And on the right side of his base, he actually has he had a single villager going on gold, but is now building a mining camp there as well. Now, in the middle of the field, there are a few camels, a few light cav by ACCM, and we're taking a fight against ACCM's camels, Capoch's camels. Getting confused here. Oh, and forward comes the villagers. Here comes the villagers for castle. The pressure is on Capoch now. He saw the castle, he can't deny it. He only has 2 camels against pikemen, camels, and cavalry. He doesn't have monks at home to get any conversions right now. So he decides to go for a market and try and buy himself a defensive castle. But what do Vietnamese do after this? What is ACCM hoping to do? He's actually going for Rattan Archers. He doesn't have fletching yet, he doesn't have any upgrades probably, but this will at the very least disturb Capoch's eco. So the villager lead of right now 20 villagers will shrink again. As I say that, I see that Capoch went up to Imperial Age, but only 15% behind him is ACCM actually, even though he had to get all the gold, all the stone. So the market wasn't actually to go and buy himself a castle, but to go up to Imperial Age instead. Now Capoch is building barracks after barracks to defend from this push, not knowing that the Vietnamese Rattan archers are only here to kill all his infantry if he decides to build it. I wonder if he knows what to do against Rattan archers, because it's pretty tough to kill them with any kind of archers, and with the camels behind and the pikemen behind. Oh my god. There's another castle coming. Right on the TC that was built for it. There's no way for Capoch to deny it. I wonder how he's feeling right now. The heat must be turning on him. But he has the defensive castle. He's making a trap. And ACCM will be right behind him, will be able to make 2 traps if he has the resources. Right now he's still lacking gold, but okay. There's going to be 2 castles producing trebuchets against 1 castle. And on the right side, Capoch wanted to go to the stone, but was denied by ACCM, seeing that there was a stone, the second stone. He knew he would come there. He also built an outpost to see whatever happens. That fight didn't go as bad as I thought for Capoch, actually. But I guess because the monks were selected together with the pikemen, so the pikemen were moving very slowly there. And in come the pikemen on the right. He's getting raided by pikemen. Good feeling. So both castles are being trapped down. 3 trebuchets against 3 trebuchets. As it is, ACCM's castle will go down sooner as he has less villagers repairing. But he's also not making more traps. I'm quite confused about that. But he doesn't have enough stone, I guess. Enough gold. There's bomber cannon coming. Oh, that's... Okay, that could help. That could definitely help against trebuchets. How's the villager count looking while all of this is going on? Capoch actually still has his 20 villager lead. The castles went down, there's still 4 trebuchets for Capoch alive. So it now comes down to the bombard cannon micro, and if... Well, do these civs get redemption? Wait, is this redemption? Can they convert siege? That's the question right now. I'm gonna take a quick look at the tech tree for those civs, as they both have monks forward and Persians cannot. And the Vietnamese, so they cannot either. So it's all about the bombard cannon micro now. As the second castle went down while I was looking away. I'm sorry for that. Capoch is still mining the stone on the right. Even though ACCM saw it all this time, he couldn't deny it. It seems. And since there's no more Rattan archers coming from the Vietnamese player, Also, his halberdier are actually probably gonna pay off very well for themselves. Here come the traps again, trying to take down the second castle of Capoch. The helps going forward will try to deny. So yeah, that was fast. I'm guessing that was a splash damage by the bomber cannons taking down his own trebuchets there. The military count right now is 40 to 40 in favor of ACCM with his imperial skirmishes of the Vietnamese. So at the moment it's looking pretty rough for Capoch. Going for unupgraded Cavalier actually, with only +1. I mean, they do decent damage against skirms, that's true, but there's too much. Even if it's Cavalier. Looking at Capoch's eco right now, he could decide if he wants to make his new lumbercan actually, but let's not talk about that much. More important thing is right now the front of his base. Also 4 traps unpacking there, only to be right in front of the bomber cannons. Why is he deciding to do that? Okay, he decides to unpack quickly and go back. He thinks better of it. I don't think Capoch knows what he should do against this. He's not upgrading his Cavalier. He's taking more damage than he should from skirms, even if it's Imperial skirms. This does not seem to be going too well for him right now. He still has 140 villagers, but most of them are on wood, and as that with only wood he can't do too much. He doesn't have access to his gold, at least not properly. And I don't know what to say to this. There's so much going on right now. There's few units from Capoch going forward all this time. But there's just too much from ACCM to stop. It's just about when does ACCM get all his units together once and goes for the push. That's what it feels like. And if he doesn't, when will Capoch get his upgrades to defend from this? As he loses another bomber cannon on the right at his castle. Oh, there comes the new lumber camp I was talking about. ACCM takes down the town center on the left. Oh wait, the helps actually stopped that. That was close. Just 2 more shots and it was okay. But here comes the GG. What a game! I don't know if ACCM was Capoch was expecting it to go like this.
No, neither do I. Noticed he's saying him saying
Yeah,
nice map, but I mean ACCM didn't have that much period of a map either. In fact, I believe this map should have been restarted.
yeah,
This one should have been an admin one, admin re, but ACCM deciding not to.
yeah. How much of the map did AC? How much of Capoch's map did ACCM scout and otherwise? Did you check that in before?
No, I know that Capoch in Dark Age after you crashed. I know all I remember is that he had scouted said relics. So I didn't actually check how much they had scouted each other. I mean,
Oh, okay.
it's arenas. They scout to the walls.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
They just look at the walls and know, okay, there's the front of his base and there's the edge, and that's probably it. Pretty hectic for Capoch, I think. Still only has +1 on his Cavalier at the end of the game.
Yeah. He was prioritizing the attack upgrades, which I think is something that they used to do back in the early AOC days.
Maybe it's not that bad against the Halberdiers, but against
True.
the archers and the skirms, which were there before, it's not the best idea to have your Cavalier take 6 damage from an Imperial skirm. But nice game. Let's look at the statistics, I guess.
Yes. I see most of these gold stars probably in favour of ACCM. Imp was faster for Capoch. Also more food and wood collected for Capoch, but that didn't matter in the end. ACCM with higher relic gold, 3-2 relics. What do you think won ACCM that game?
What ACCM won that game is probably the earlier scout producing, which meant he gets the relics which were right in front of Capoch's Capoch's base. And from them deciding he knows he has the advantage in military, and going for the forward castle and pressuring the spots that he thought were needed, which was pretty good since there was a town center by Capoch, and that kind of ruined it for him. The town center, at least for the time being. And in general, the earlier pressure seemed to be really good. Also, maybe choosing Vietnamese, which is a civilization Capoch is probably not too knowledgeable about.
Yeah.
I think at the start of the game they had a pause, and I could think for myself that Capoch was looking at the tech tree to see what Vietnamese can do.
It's highly
possible.
possible.
Yes, a tiny pause to just check what can Vietnamese do. Why would he pick Vietnamese in arena? While I was doubting the Persian pick on arena in general.
I like the Persian pick. We see Viper doing that a lot in most big tournaments. The reason why, admittedly, it did get nerfed with the town centers gradually getting. Is it gradually getting faster, or is that bonus kick in full at the beginning of Feudal Age? Can't remember. But with that bonus of their faster working town centers being taken out in Dark Age, it did nerf them, but there's still a very good civ from Feudal Age onwards, especially on Arena, because they get that really nice 4TC boom, which we saw Capoch try to utilize, and it's why he was ahead so much in village numbers. At about like a 30-minute mark, he was 23 or something villages ahead. It's all down to the extra town center and the faster working town centers, and it gives Persians a really nice boom, and it's why Viper picks it on Arena often. He very much likes to play Persians on Arena. and well, I feel like Capoch is much the same. We will have a look at the map draft again to see what the next game is going to be. It will be on Scandinavia, which was picked by Capoch. As I just adjust the scoreboard on the screen as well. I had something we didn't do. We didn't look at the civs. The civ draft. Oh, well, it's too late now. We'll do that for the next series for sure.
Yeah, true. I forgot that we had a civ draft. I could have told you, but I forgot. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's okay.
Been too long since I was in this tournament.
Right, I'm just loading into the second map. I'm going to pause as early as I possibly can.
Yeah, I loaded in and paused at 2 seconds right now.
Awesome. Right. Again, I'll count you down and I'll mute myself in stream so that you can start casting. Yeah. Playing in 3, 2, 1, go. And I will change the screen.
Welcome to the second game of ACCM against Capoch. On the map Scandinavia, with Capoch as the Byzantines and ACCM as the Mongols. So this map is, as you can see, in the middle. There's lots of land and a few hills, and at your base you have 3 boars actually, which is by ACCM probably picked Mongols. And on the sides, there's enough fish for you to think about docking. On Capoch's side, he went for the Byzantines, which do have the faster firing fire galleys for the water control, but they also have the cheap trash unit, which is kind of the meta in the old. In his time, I think it was the meta to go for the early trash units, and disturb his enemy's economy with it. I'm thinking we'll see that, but I just saw his steer. I just saw Capoch's steer, which is super far away in comparison to ACCM's steer, which is like 10 tiles away against 15. Also, Capoch's steer is being scattered around by his boar, just standing there. Yeah, it's very much forward as well. So if he decides to build a mill there at some point in the game instead of going, or well, probably not instead of going for the dock. He's probably going to place a dock because he's very close to the edge, to the water, and then maybe decide to go to the later point. ACCM just scouting his Capoch space and decides to go back now. Oh, he's looking for the docking villager actually, but he's not there yet. Why? Oh, yeah. On the other side, the same thing is happening. Capoch is also going there. I've been there with the scout for quite some time, and he sees the villager and denies the dog for a moment, while Capoch. No. Don't. Why? This is ugly. This is so... The poor villager. Well, Capoch got his dog up. He also knows about the villager being able to take the shawfish. It's good for him. Building it right next to the shawfish and being walled in. The scout can't do anything to him. While he himself is still denying the dog from ACCM. So at this moment, this game is looking very favorably for Capoch. Yeah, ACCM has done Loom. He's probably going to go forward now for the dog again. He can take the fight against the scout now. Capoch will realize that and just go away. But Capoch has done what he wanted to do. He has the advantage. He has 2 fishing ships going already, while ACCM still only has his dog being built right now. Which I don't know is it worth for Mongols to actually build a mill on the deer? Because there's, how many deers is that? 8? 8 deers, which is over 1,000 food. He could just easily get there and take that, which will be hunted down pretty fast as Mongols, since they have a 40% faster taking hunter bonus. But he's, as I say, he's going forward with his villagers to just take the deer, I guess. Both players going up to feudal age. ACCM is 20% faster than Capoch, but has 6 villagers, 6 workers less than Capoch. That's 5 working fishing ship against 2 now. So the damage is real, you could say. And it all comes from being denied the dog and losing the villager while building your own, trying to build your own dog. Yeah, there's a villager going forward for Capoch, which I thought was just going to wall actually, but it seems he's going for a dog somewhere, which he didn't place yet. But it's gonna be fought off. The scout is going to be fought off, I guess. But it's gonna be denied for a little time at least. It's gonna take some time for the docking villager to go forward and build the dog. While on the other side we have the Mongol stable going up, making his first 3 scouts actually already. 4, as he makes one more. And there's a forward spearman, which I think is supposed to attack all the deer. Oh, and the docking villager went down just as he started to build the dock. Too bad. But that spearman, that forward spearman by ACCM is doing nothing but running around right now. It's just... Did it poke one? Oh, it's been there for quite a while, and I think it's supposed to poke all of them. Yeah, now it's having... I was wondering what's he doing. But here it goes. While the Byzantines are actually going for the archers instead of the trash. And are the scouts going to get in? Or is it... Okay. No, they are not. Capoch is fully walled. His base is safe from the scout attack. So there will be no raiding for the moment. I'm looking for holds right now, but I can't find any. No. Oh, and there's another forward dock by Capoch actually. And he was found, but the scout is dead. Capoch going... What? I'm at 1444 now.
Impero?
ACCM trying to wall himself right now to the bottom side. And at the top as well. Yeah, he laid down his base for now, but he has gold in the bag, stone in the bag, and 2 wood lines. I'm guessing he's going for the skirm defense. He saw the archers, I guess. Or even if not, the skirm defense is a safe option. So it's probably just going skirms is better than going archers if his opponent, who has cheap skirms, goes for skirms himself. Capoch is making a few fire gullies in the back, on the left side, I mean. Oh, I missed the fight in front of Capoch's base. Only one scout went down, but the scouts took heavy damage, being only on 1 HP each. Except for one, which has 18, but they're not too much of a threat anymore. One villager went up for ACCM actually, and built a dog, which was spotted, but I didn't spot it early enough. But same thing happening at the bottom side, bottom lake now, both having fire galleys for defense. While on land we have a few archers by Capoch, but since the skirms were ready for ACCM, they just have to retreat at the moment. Just being hunted down. The archers go down. Now it's only spears left. And there's a hole? That's lucky. I didn't think there was a hole. I was thinking that's the tree right there. Okay. Well, the fish of ACCM went down, but it was only 2 fishing ships right there. Now he's going for the attack himself, trying to take down Capoch's fish, which is much more with 10 fishing ships. And most of the lake is actually empty already. And since his fire gullies will be taken down, he won't be able to do any damage there. But on land, ACCM still has the advantage. The question now is, when will the fish kick in? Will the fish be able to change the game for Capoch and win this, or is this going to be a land-only fight without being able to take advantage of the fish? Capoch, ACCM is still trying to get into Capoch's space on the left. Oh, I just saw there's one villager repairing the dock of ACCM on the top, but not for his own lake. But he made one fire galley at the bottom lake and took down the fish that Capoch had there. Where there it is. In one of the docks, there's a war galley upgrade coming for Capoch right now to try and take down the dock on the top. Faster with his fire ships then. What? Yes, there's a huge village difference as well. That's true. But that's mostly the fishing ship. That's 10 fishing ship on the right side, 1 on the left side for Capoch. No fishing ship for ACCM. And there have been some. There's been a villager difference since the start because of the docking villager which was taken down by Capoch. So the villager difference is only starting to grow. ACCM going for the second town center. Capoch already going for the third one actually. So it will be a huge boom for Capoch with the together with the fishing ship advantage. But here come fire ships and a demolition ship by ACCM on the water, which may take down the fishing ship. Since Capoch is not doing anything on water anymore, not producing military. Yeah, he's fully committing to land, going for the kill with his cheaper camels. There's a hole. Will he just go in there now? If I was in ACCM's shoes, I'd think, okay, this is probably over. But still continue to fight for a few minutes. I mean, it's camels. They are weak to arrow fire, since they have so little pierce armor. So if I get another TC up on the gold, maybe I should be able to defend. It won't be a fun game for myself, but maybe I'm able to tilt the opponent for the next round. Okay, Capoch just decides to dive in. But he's going back, yeah. Here comes the third town center. It's just gonna be streaming camels one after one, 2 each, since he has double stables at his base. Coming forward with monks as well to heal himself up, just as ACCM is doing. I think Capoch is only waiting for enough camels to take down a TC and take the fight. And at that point, as he loses a monk to the TC fire, here comes the forward siege workshop. Seeing that he can pressure a player as ACCM so heavily in RM as well is kind of sick after only playing for 2 months again. This game looks heavily in favor of Capoch. The score stays the same with a 1000 point difference. There's no mangonel coming yet for Capoch. I don't know what he's waiting for. Oh, he's going for the rams actually. As Capoch is diving in, trying to take the fight against the camels, but they're just running around. How is this going to go? Okay, ACCM loses all of his camels. He has his villagers idle. Capoch splitting his army actually, one on the left, one on the right, so he has so ACCM has to look at his base more. Attacking the monastery, taking down the stable, the Rams now. That, wait, are you seriously saying that? That 2 HP villager has been repairing that dog for... In Age of Empires, yes, it's been at least 50 years. That poor guy, never running out of work. He started at the age of 10 and is now 60 years old. Still repairing the same dog. I hope his play is good. Now the next fight is taken, the Rams coming forward. ACCM had to take down the Rams so they don't attack the town center, and lost all of his camels at that point. Next Ram coming forward. Villagers have to ungarrison. This game is very much over. There's no more military for ACCM, but the one on border, I think? Or does he have garrisoned so much? No. He has one archer garrisoned and a few monks. And one scorpion. Where is he supposed to have 9 military? Is it all monks? I can't find so many monks. Oh, there's one demo ship and one fire ship, okay. But it's a 7 military against 33 military game at this point. As more villages are going down. I'm questioning ACCM's decision to play on at this point. Isn't it just tilting? If he loses the next game, I could make an argument for it being because he tilted that he didn't play this the way he wanted to. Because he was trying to fight on for dear life here. As there's a house being built in the middle of his... He's being outpost rushed by Capoch. It's not MBI, but Capoch. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's trying to make a castle at the top to defend the last of his eco, I guess. But I don't see any way of him coming back against so many camels, rams, and there's a town center being built in the middle of his farms. Capoch is at this point just saying, get out of this game. And ACCM sees it and says, okay. But nice game. GG to Capoch.
Capoch, oh no, not Capoch. ACCM saying, yeah, nah, fair enough.
3 outposts being built in the middle of his map, a town center, while his own town center is going down, a house, a siege workshop, a stable,
two stables
actually.
Yeah. That was over for a solid 10 minutes.
Yeah, but
hey, gotta love the spirit of ACCM playing on though. He obviously really wants to go through to the playoffs, and the easiest way he can do that, the better.
Maybe he was.
Oh, now you go.
Maybe he was trying to tilt Capoch by playing longer instead of tilting himself. I mean, he could just go, well, have a smoke and chilling, building that castle in the top.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. We'll have a look at the statistics briefly.
Let's look at the statistics.
It's based on how long that dragged on. I imagine all of these gold stars, well, not all, but most, will be in favour of the Argentinian player. Argentine
player. The only one which isn't is because of the caster that went up. Maybe that's the reason he played on. He wants to have 1 gold star.
Yes.
130 points for the castle.
Of course, it's got to look good in the statistics sheet, alright? No, ACCM being the highest
trying to
seed of
hang
this
on for
tournament.
dear life.
Yes, ACCM being the highest seed of this tournament. Could we see the upset? Is it? Well, I say
I
up.
think we can.
I say upset. Of course, it's possible. These two players, with the amount of experience they have combined. Now,
Looking at the timeline, it's been very much over
yeah,
for quite some time.
but early Chaos Legend is just downhill from there.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
But nonetheless, it was a good game. ACCM did what he had to try. I mean, he was down a villager from early Dark Age as he tried to build a dock, but it didn't work out at that point. Maybe going too much on scouts at the beginning, delaying his castle age. Well, I can assume much now, but it's all doesn't matter. It's all going down to the last map, to the decider map.
yes, indeed, and that is on Land Madness, which was the map that was left over from the map draft. It should be, and I haven't changed the scoreboard on this screen yet either. It should be a very good game. Land Madness always puts up a good show. I don't think we've seen too many Land Madness decider games over the years of Age of Empires tournaments, but I mean,
I don't know of any actually.
it's the first for everything. Actually, with the way that Age of Empires tournaments go, normally it'd be very rare to see something like Land Madness as a decider map because of the home map system.
Yeah, that's true. But as this tournament has a little bit of difference in there, as Land Madness is probably the one they decided was not too bad for each of them, but was not so favorable that they would pick it as a home map. This could be very much interesting.
No, I will say that the final ban for Capoch was Bedouins. So you had the choice. Basically, how it works is Seed B in this case gets in the end gets to ban between two maps because there are two maps left, and then the map that isn't banned is the one that's played third. So it's technically two picks, but also not really because everything else is gone. So you had the choice between Bedouins and Land Madness, and he banned Bedouins. So now I don't know about you, but I am in the game, ready to go. When you are.
Yeah, I paused at 1 second.
Awesome. Right. Well, I will first of all make sure I can click on the right scene when I. Yeah, there we go. I will play in 3, 2, 1, go. And changing scene now. Take it away, Deagle, in commentary.
Okay, so the third game, the deciding game for the best of 3 between Capoch and ACCM, being played on Land Madness in the Swiss stage, I think. And it's gonna be Slash for the Vietnamese player ACCM and Berbers for Capoch from Argentina. Slavs have their faster farming bonus. I can see that working out here as well. We're probably gonna make many scouts because the wood lines are very bad to wall. If you get in there with your scouts, it's gonna be ridiculously hard to defend from that. And as I say that, I see that Capoch's wood line, the first one he picks, is actually very small. He's going for the bottom one, which is only 3x6 tiles. But it's the closest one, the most safe one, but also the worst one for him. Yes, this is very unfortunate. And even if I say it's the closest one, it's pretty far away. But I think that's the same for every other woodline as well. ACCM actually has 4 woodlines, which are pretty much the same distance from his town center, and also decides to go to the back one, but it's double the size of Capoch. So very unfortunate for Capoch there. He will have to go to a new woodline much sooner than ACCM will. What else is there to say? There's forward stone and gold actually for ACCM, and for Capoch it's, well, kind of forward. It's to the left of his base, which is definitely not safe because it's super far away. Like, it's really not fortunate at all. looking at ACCM's map and his gold, which is 6 tiles away, and then back to Capoch, it's 10 tiles, I think. That's unfortunate. I wonder if he's going to go to stone early, but because for gold he still has one in the bag, which is far away as well, but he can build his barracks to the right side of his base and then defend it, kind of, or all his military units. And Capoch, no, ACCM, always getting confused with the names. ACCM doesn't have any gold or stone in the bag. It's all in the top corner or in the right corner. Yeah, it's just very much scattered around. ACCM deciding to go lure his deer in. Yeah, or push. Oh my god. And Capoch instead going for the scouting intel, looking for where is ACCM, what's he doing, how is the space looking. First thing he sees is a berries, I think, and his woodline. Yeah. Then he decides to turn around to not get hit by the TC, probably. Both going up to feudal age. ACCM 20% faster, with the same amount of villages actually. That's pretty bad for Capoch, as he decides to build a barracks on his woodline. I wonder. I think both are going to go for scouts in this game. So ACCM being so much faster to feudal age could end up being a disaster for Capoch. But Capoch decided to wall his base at his woodline in his front woodline at least.
Azul.
So that's safe for now. Also with the barrack site there.
Dos.
Yeah, here comes Capoch stable. ACCM stable is almost up as well. And since ACCM was up earlier and was lured to Capoch's base, he now knows where he is. He can see where he has to hit. He will find his his first wood line actually, and know that's where he should pressure. I'm looking for things to say, but where is there's Capoch scout, his first scout. So right at the moment it's 2 scouts against 3, but from Capoch 1 is almost dead, so his starting scout. He's only scouting with that one in around ACCM's base. ACCM is looking for villagers to hit, but there's a spearman ready for Capoch, and that will be defended nicely. Where? I think the scout cavalry production of Capoch is kind of lacking, as he's more than 1 scout behind at the moment. He's actually 2 scouts behind. So it's, yeah. I wonder how his food eco went so much worse than ACCM's. Was it just a push deer? It could be that it's just the not luring the deer in. This is looking pretty rough. 7 military against 5. There's 2 scouts coming again from ACCM. He's also defending with 2 scouts. With 2 spearmen, I mean. So there's no villager picks for Capoch there. This feels like it's first of all gonna be Capoch defending, trying to defend from the scouts, as he still has a military disadvantage at this point. But Capoch going for the range now? He doesn't have... He's being attacked at his farms, which are right next to the gold all this time. And he decides to go for the range and is probably going for archers. He's gonna have to create more spearmen than... He also has a... Okay, that was just what he has, an idle villager at his wood, but he fixed it. So at this point it's 4 villager lead for ACCM, 5 military lead, which you can see in 1, 2, 3, 4 spearmen around his base. Yeah, and 7 scouts then. No, 8. 8, yeah. Bad math. Yeah, he saw the range. So ACCM saw the range of Capoch. He also knows where Capoch's gold is, so he knows if he wants to deny the archers, he just has to go to the gold. But on that gold there are 4 spearmen, which even with forging he can't attack. We'll have to retreat for a moment. We'll just have to use his mobility. Is he going for it? Oh, and there's a raid coming in on the wood on ACCM's base. Yeah, there was an overchop, it seems. But still being two villagers ahead, even after that attack. The wood line on the bottom of Capoch space is going to run out soon. There's only 2 trees left. There's a hole there. So I'm thinking there's gonna be a problem for Capoch soon. Oh, quick wards. The quick wards have come into the 2007 player. That was nice, but next hole already open. That wood line has officially run out. So how is... And as I was just about to look at ACCM, he clicked up at the moment. He built a tower, so he's not going for the boom after clicking up. He's not mining stone. Yeah, it's gonna be all in pressure. As he thinks he has a big advantage to Castle Age, is probably gonna go for full knights. How many stable? Yeah, he's going for 3 stable play at this moment. He doesn't have the defensive upgrade for the scouts yet, or for the cavalry in general. Here comes the raiding troop of Capoch, seeing the tower, running back. While on the other side, ACCM probably saw on the minimap that Capoch has gone for the next woodline and is taking a pick. Yeah, but only one. Saving one villager with 5 HP. Or fortunate, depending on whom you are rooting for. ACCM actually got 4 more scouts while going up to Castle Age, which I didn't think he'd do that. Is he going for light cap as well? Yes, he is. But why are you running between underneath UTC then? You should know better. So there's husbandry coming, knights coming. The +2 upgrade is coming for ACCM. This is gonna be one hell of a push that Capoch has to defend from. Also, he can't really raid himself, as there's very many wards for ACCM, so it's gonna be all defense for the next few minutes. And even then, I don't think he will have the advantage. But he's going... Berbers get camels! I almost forgot that. So... 13 villager difference. That's 15, 16. As more villagers going down. There's only so many villagers that fit into the town center, so... That's a huge yikes. And there's still 3 light cap left over. 4. Yeah, the camels from Capoch went forward, fighting off the incoming knights from ACCM. But there's always also a forward monastery coming. There's also a monastery for ACCM. Probably going to heal up his knights a little bit. But will he just go for the eco again and just not fight those camels? I think that's a better choice at this point. Wait. How did that villager on the woodline of Capoch die? Yeah, but it's walled in. It's been walled in. There is no hole. Wait, really? Oh, I can't. Oh, that's... Why didn't he go over there before? That's... Well, whatever. Let's look at the fight that's incoming. Or may not income. There's pikemen for ACCM. The Wongs are healing the knights. More knights incoming, more pikemen incoming. And there is 17 camels. Let's see what's going to happen here. How's this fight going? Okay, there comes the next barracks. There's also one pikeman still patrolling on the top of ACCM space, which could help in the fight against the camels. At this point, it's 24 villagers difference. Let's see what's going to happen after this fight is over. The tower getting taken down, but the pikemen are coming in for the defense. Not yet been able to make a difference in the villager count. Actually, the villager count is still rising for ACCM. But ACCM can't engage. He will have to go for the counter-attack to try and fend off the camels from his base. And that's what he's doing. He just chose, those knights won't help me at home, I'm gonna go for his base. And just try to defend with more and more pikemen. There is a hole on his wood line, so if Capoch went to click in there, he would have a problem, but that's not the case. He's just running around, just searching. Wait. Capoch only has 4 lumberjacks eggs at the moment. That's not too many. Also, the knights from ACCM just... Okay, they're going for the attack now, I think. Looking for something to attack at least. While on ACCM space, there's a pikeman defense happening at this moment. Trying to take a fight somehow. Well, or maybe not. With the monks healing in the back, I think he didn't lose a single camel there. But ACCM going for Capoch's eco, idling the farming eco there. Trying to ease up the pressure coming in from Capoch. More conversions on the pikemen coming in. How long is this push going to last? The number of camels are slowly dwindling. It's only 12 left from the 17 at the beginning. One barracks going down. Now it's 11 weak camels against 10 pikemen. That's a fight he can't fight anymore. So the pressure from Capoch should be over at this point. While on the bottom, ACCM was cleaned up barely with a 3 HP camel left. But on the other side, Capoch was also cleaned up. in front. And now it's 17 military, which is mostly monks and pikemen for ACCM, against 6, which is camels, knights, and not a single monk anymore. I'm just looking around, but I can't see any. And then there's this 32 villager difference. Capoch only now going for a second TC. ACCM building his third one. Fourth? Oh, I didn't see the one on the right side actually. Neither did Capoch, I think. So it's 4 town centers against 2 at the moment. ACCM sees the second town center now. Gets a few villager picks there. Is raiding with his pikemen. Not what you want to see. If he just went for the wood line at the front, there is 15 villagers on 4 trees right now. No, 2 trees only. That town center is still going to go up. 14 villagers, 15, and no attack coming on there. And he's kind of securing the gold there. I wonder... No. And another town center coming in from ACCM. 5 town center broom coming from the Slav player. With 36 farms actually. Slav farms as well. He can go up to Imperial Age soon. He has 93 villagers, 94. Still running around with a few knights. I say a few, but there are pretty many knights actually. How much military? There's 80 military attacking the monastery from Capoch. A few pikemen here and there. There's nothing to raid from for Capoch. There's no way he can hurt ACCM's ego at this moment. While on the other hand, a few knights come into Capoch's eco, kill another 2 villagers. 5? Wait, was there another? Oh, okay. There were some more kills before. Yeah, there's a 2,000 point difference. There's the next castle coming from ACCM. Even if he has a few idols, his villager lead of 35 is still more than enough to make up for that. Now comes the pikeman forward. More raids on the wood line for ACCM. This is a slaughter. And here comes the GG. Oh boy!
I don't know about you, but it looked like Capoch was very shaky in that game. Perhaps not familiar with the map.
It all started somewhere in Dark Age when he was 20% later to the Feudal Age with the same villager count.
I didn't even realize ACCM was actually making Booyah. I mean, even if Capoch wasn't in this game, Booyah would have been the nail on the coffin for sure.
I was looking at the castle before. I was looking, is he going to make Booyah? He knows he's far ahead. He's far ahead. He also sees the score and was looking, is he going to make Booyah? But he wasn't at that point.
I think
That's
this game comes down to three things. First of all, the genius play by ACCM to go light cav. Him going light cav meant he was able to kill 13 villages and get that far ahead in eco by early Castle Age. Secondly, the horrible map for Capoch. Super far away golden stone, super far away berries. His deer were far away, although, I mean, you kind of expect that. And, well, his unlucky choice of woodline. But, I mean, what other woodline did he have?
Good one.
I mean, he had the
He
one
didn't
to his
have
north.
any good woodline.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the one you want to go to as well, because your opponent is going to be there faster than anywhere else.
Yeah, and then thirdly, maybe bit of map knowledge. I don't know how much Capoch has played on Land Madness previously. I haven't seen much of his tournament games from like the pre 2007 really. I do know that back in the 2003 days, they had 3 maps they played on. One of them was blind random, so I mean, blind random Arabia and Regicide Fortress. So I don't know if Capoch is too experienced on these new maps that we're throwing at them, but it's tournament experience nonetheless for Capoch in the new era, or the modern era of Age of Empires 2. And well, he's not eliminated, but he will go through to round 3 of the Swiss stage. ACCM will move on to the playoffs straight away, and well, he'll get a week off, basically. Hopefully, he stays sharp though. We won't want to see him.
I don't think ACCM is going to go and take a break from the Age of Empires for
No, of course not. He's
just a week now.
recently gone full time. He just has to wait a little bit. To be fair, he probably just wants to play the playoff match. But yeah, very good series. That was very entertaining to watch for sure. And well, our next match is between Bhakti and Lan. Another.
You're not going through the statistics this time?
Oh no, he is right.
Or do you think it's going to be 2-1 one-sided?
I mean, I know I have a strong feeling that it is one-sided, but we'll have a look at it nonetheless.
You're very much true about that.
Yeah, ACCM 106 to 93. That KD doesn't actually look too bad for Capoch. I suppose this...
No, but it was so many villager kills
Yeah.
for ACCM, and looking at the timeline, you also see ACCM still had double the amount of population at the end.
Yeah,
Or for most of the
Definitely.
game, actually.
from about minute 24 and a half onwards, just
Yeah, as soon as
Nuts.
the raid after Castle Age came in, it was knocked down.
That's when Light Cav came in and he just destroyed.
Yeah. It was such a smart play to make more scouts after clicking up to Castle Age, just to go for the early light cav and have more damage output. Because you know your opponent doesn't have the units to fight against it.
Yeah.
That's something I never do. I mean, mostly because people are walled anyway, but it's such a clever thing to do when your opponent is open and you know you can attack him. You know you can raid his eco, idle his villagers, get some kills. I'm
Right.
very happy to have seen this.
Yes. Same. This tournament putting on some very good series for sure.